Hi, good morning. Coach Consti here. Okay, so there's this mistake that parents and teachers often do. Yeah, so and the mistake I call it this timing mistake. So most teachers or parents, if you're a homeschool mom teaching your child, or maybe you're just taking your kids on their take home, and then you are guilty of this error, this mistake, and that is timing. Most times you give a child a task. For instance, you ask them to read this passage or to write this or to write that. And in the course of doing that, you realize that that child makes a mistake. Most of you will just like jump immediately, like you've been waiting for this child to make that mistake. And you'll be like, no, 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 that is not it. That is art. That is not art. That is it. No, as a child who is learning to read, write, or to do things, you just give them time to make mistakes. Mistakes are allowed. A child is allowed, even you as an adult, to make mistake. If not, tell me why you'll be talking and you see yourself correcting yourself. Sometimes you want to use a tense and you go to use a present instead of past, and you still come back to it immediately. What I'm trying to say, oh, sorry, what I was trying to say, or what. So we make that mistake. So that is to say that with that mistake, why do they have an eraser? Why do they have room for correction and all that? So if we as adults could make such mistake, then why wouldn't the kids make mistake? But what matters is you allowing them to correct the mistakes themselves. Yes. So let's say, for instance, a child is reading a passage and they make mistake. Give them time to reflect. Do you know most of the times, or most of the mistakes we make, we realize them immediately after doing that. So sometimes you wanted to say a word and another one comes. Sometimes you wanted to write, even me, including you watching me. Sometimes you want to, I'm at your gate. And then writing the gate, you might just like GE or G, oh, sorry, GA. It happens, and nobody is exempted from making mistakes. So when a child makes such mistake, just give them time to reflect. So you can also call them back. Oh, please, can you read this line again? Can you read this passage again? Can you take that again? Can you do that again? So now they go again. It's at this point, if they fail to realize or to recognize or to spot the mistake, that is when you can come in to correct them. You don't just jump up to say, no, that's wrong. No, no.